Good morning, mi gente. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the morning. That's why I'm still in bed. Me, you know me, I'm FayWhat, and I'm gonna help you get your week started off right. We have lots of fun things to talk about. It's gonna be a great week.
Gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
The FayWhat Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show, and we're live right now on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire Television, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm also on demand anytime you want. It's Monday, March 18th, 2024. Let's kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community. I have a sidekick joining me in bed for some conversation. What did you think I was talking about? I don't know what to do with a boy anymore. It's been way too many years. Anyway. Our first segment is called Gay Boys Sleep Late. And this morning, I'm joined by my gay guy pal, Dr. Edward Summers. He's the ED of Pridelines, Miami's LGBTQ Community Center. He served as a primary therapist and program director at Eye Care Treatment Center in West Palm Beach. And he was also the founder and CEO of the New York-based nonprofit, The Thinkubator. Good morning, Edward, and welcome to mi cama.
What's up, babe?
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I'm so happy to have you here.
It's good to be here. I love you. You know that, girl.
Oh my God. You know, I adore you, you know, and like I interviewed you a couple of weeks ago, and then I was just like, do you mind getting back in bed with me and just talking shit? And you're like, for real? Right? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And come on, you know.
I love it. No, I love being on the show. You're great. You're
thank
fantastic.
you. Well, you're great and you're fantastic. And Pridelines is amazing. What are you guys working on now? Well, are you getting ready for your galas next month, right?
No, it's in August.
Okay, you have a lot.
So we have a lot of months, but we're getting ready for a whole bunch of youth programming. We're focused on having an alternative St. Patty's Day parade, event for youth this week. And then we're about to make an announcement. We're going to launch some new health services programs for our community, particularly offering PrEP to our community down in Miami.
That's fantastic.
So we'll launch that in April. So it's very, very exciting.
And so needed.
So needed. And, you know, with our new location in Liberty City is ground zero for HIV/AIDS epidemic. And
Black and brown women especially.
Black and brown women. And so we're going to be offering them PrEP and other medications. And so that's going to be a part of a major initiative this year for Pridelines to help our community. So it's exciting.
Have you broken in the new building yet?
Yeah, I still got to get you there.
I know. I have to go check it out. But I mean, you know, when you move into a new place, it feels like you're at a hotel for a little bit, right? Because it's still like not.
Yeah, it's still not there, you know? So there's things going on right now as we speak. I have my handy guy there. He's working on some things for our youth safe space program where we allow people to shower in our facilities.
Oh,
so we're fixing the showers and stuff like that. And so
something so small like that, like a shower, is so important. Like so important.
It's critical for our community. We have so many people who are housing insecure, who are homeless or work in the streets or doing whatever. And so that's been an important part of Pridelines, is offering that to our community. So I'm committed to making sure it happens, and it's happening right now as we speak.
Aww.
So it's so cute.
I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you of everything that you're doing, and just our community is better because you're in it.
Thank you. No,
so a couple of weeks back, we were at AIDS Walk together, and seeing all the organizations together, you know, and coming together and doing so much. And then I saw your winter party the week before. Like, you have just been all over the place.
Hell
like,
yeah.
I mean, like, you busy, bitch. Like, for real, like, really busy. Like, how can you keep this up, though? Like, this is a lot.
Listen, you know, our mission is too great, and we have so much to accomplish that it motivates me, it inspires me, and
you don't
I want to
sleep?
be present. No, and I still look young.
You know, it's his color. He's so freaking, like, he's so perfect, right? And it's his color, okay? Because look at it. Look at my bags from doing all the same shit he's doing. Look, it's not fair. It's not fair.
It's called the gym. The gym.
We'll have to talk about that the other day. You know, he goes to the gym twice a day. Like he had like a patch where he couldn't go to the gym for a couple of days. So then what does he do? You know, most people are like, "I'll get back to the gym." He's like, "No, I'm gonna go twice a day now to make up for last week." I'm like,
once in the morning, and then I got 11 o'clock at night. I go to a new gym now. It's called AMP, and it's open 24 hours. So it's right by my house. It's perfect.
So do you wake up like at 4 a.m. sometimes if you can't sleep and go work out?
I do. You know why? I just have so much on my mind, and then sometimes my son calls me at 6, so I know that call is going to come at 6. So I'm like, let's just get up because he's going to wake me up anyway. So I just
okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, therapy background. Do you consider the gym sometimes like a form of therapy also?
It's huge. It's huge. So I'm a big guy who my therapeutic practice is distress tolerance. And so I believe in doing anything that like just is chill, relax, that de-stresses you. So the gym is such a de-stress tolerance activity that I do. And so I go, ironically enough, what I do is if I'm not speaking to my family or my kid, I am at the gym listening to Law and Order in the background because I love law. I love like that. I just listen. I don't even really pay attention to it, but it's just in the background playing while I'm doing my thing.
And it puts you, like it gets you.
It gets me in the zone.
So you don't have ear pods in with music. You're listening to Law and Order.
Law and Order, actually. Yeah, not music. Yeah.
Okay, listen, whatever works, Ed, okay? You know, like my wife sleeps to Dateline. And I don't understand it because it's like, and they killed everyone in the house. There was blood everywhere. I'm like, how does that make you go to sleep?
I don't know. It's some people like music. I like Law and Order, you know? And that's what works for me.
Listen, whatever works, and look at the body. Yeah. So actually it does work. Maybe I'll go to the gym once this month.
You gotta
Let me see how I feel.
Yeah,
not with you. No, hell no. No, I know better. Hello, no. Only if you do like a 10-minute workout. I can do
All right, we could do a quick 10-minute workout and then go for coffee afterwards.
Done. And I'm going to film it and I'm going to show it to you guys. Let's see how that goes. All right. All right. Let's talk Kikis. Let's talk everything that's going on in community, in entertainment, in craziness. Because you know there is always some crazy stuff going on and we always got to talk about it here. So first, critics hail Drive Away Dolls, a lesbian road trip crime comedy by Ethan Cohen featuring Margaret Qualley and Geraldine View-Anthan. I don't want to mess up her name. Vizanathan. How do you say it? When you can't even see that. Vizanathan, okay? That's her last name, okay? And Marion. The film chronicles their adventurous journey from Philly to Tallahassee, supported by a stellar cast, including Coleman Domingo, who I love, Pedro Pascal, who I love, Matt Damon, who I like, and a vibrant cameo by Miley Cyrus, who I love. The Guardian has given this movie a solid 4 stars. Empire's John Nugent called it hella lesbian. Not just a little lesbian, hella lesbian, praising the chemistry between lead actresses. And Variety's Owen Giebelman says that Qualley's Jamie is Kristen Stewart crossed with Katharine Hepburn. Released last month, this is a must-watch for every lesbian.
What? Don't touch it. I saw this movie once where they come across this box and they open the box.
The case.
And it was like really, really bad.
I just want to know what's going on.
I bet it's locked.
We just want to locate your friends.
Who are you, jackass?
That's when women curse like that.
Those girls just drove off with something we need.
We gotta call the cops.
Cool your jets. Here's what we do. Sell it back, shake them down.
That is about the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I'm a cop.
Yeah, baby.
Who are you?
Save the sanctimony.
And hand over the million smackers.
We should see what's in here.
Drive Away Dolls, rated R.
What the hell?
Yeah, we forgot to tell you about the swab guy's Henry.
First reviews are in on the Drive Away Dolls. What are we all talking about? This looks like such a cute little movie. And I want to know what the hell's in the box.
No, you know what? Like, I am happy that we're seeing more films featuring lesbians. We're typically always seeing the gay boys. And so it's good. Like, you had Naiad, that was like won an Oscar, I believe. And so, and now this. And like, so I looks really excited.
Well, and like, yeah, like, why not? Like, let's have more representation, right? Representation makes it, you know, just better for our whole community as a whole, you know? And I love that it's like, it's the Coen brothers. So you know it's going to be like drama, but funny. But cool, you know? And then Miley Cyrus and Matt Damon and, you know, Pedro Pascal. Like, you just have, like, you know, you can't wait to see who else is going to pop up kind of deal.
You have me at Pedro Pascal. So I'm like, I'm there. I'm watching it. No, but it looks great, though. It looks like a great film. And it looks really funny just from the clip that we showed. It looks funny as hell.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a must-see. Like, and I just love this emergence, again, of, like, lesbian films that just feature lesbians and like you said, representation, right? Representation is so important. When people think about lesbians, they typically think of, like, that typical butch, bigger girl lesbian. In this film, that's not it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's in 4 weeks. Literally, I start dating a guy, and then immediately I fall in love because, you know, it's the therapist in me. I'm just like, oh, like, he's great. Like, you know, I rationalize everything. And then in 4 weeks, we're, like, shacked up.
I think that's a beautiful love story. Don't you think that's a beautiful love story? I love it. Then
well, I'm single now,
so watch, in 4 weeks, he's going to be back here saying, okay, Faye, give me a discount code to the U-Haul.
Yeah, probably 2 weeks. No, I got a couple on the list right now. You know?
A couple. Yeah. Okay, so 2 weeks. I'll let you guys know in 2 weeks. All right, go watch the movie. Next, This Is Unexpected musical collaboration has got tongues wagging. In February, Pitbull dropped his latest album, Trackhouse, okay? It's the Daytona 500 edition featuring a surprising track titled Powerful Women with none other than the legendary Dolly Parton. But not everyone was vibing with this unexpected duo. Some found the collaboration a tad bizarre, while some were disappointed over how Pitbull in general depicts women in his music video. Though the collab sparked quite a conversation within just 12 days of its release, the track was at number 4 on the Billboard Rap Digital Song Sales chart. Watch this.
Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, for service and devotion. You would think that I would deserve a fair promotion. Want to move ahead, the boss won't seem to let me. I swear sometimes the man is out to get me. Ooh, here's to your mama and here's to mine.
Thank you, darling.
Dolly Parton and Mr. 305 Pitbull. What can go wrong? What are we all talking about? I didn't hate it.
Nor did I. I love Dolly Parton. I mean,
too.
she is.
Me too.
She's
Icon.
fabulous. Come on.
Ally.
I absolutely love her, but I didn't see anything that glaring to me, you know?
And I didn't think that it took away from the original either. You know, because like how sometimes, you know, when there's a remake, you're like, oh, are you gonna lose what it had originally?
No, I felt that connection still. I felt
Right?
good. Yeah.
Yes.
No, I thought it was great.
Well, and you first say Pitbull and Dolly. Okay, yeah, you go. But the reality is that Pitbull can do a song with God. He can do a song with anybody and it'd be good. It's like Drake.
Yeah.
He can do a song with anybody and it's
Absolutely.
going to be
It's just-
amazing,
it's
okay?
golden. Yeah.
And it's Dolly Parton, for God's sake, okay? And it's 9 to 5. So, you know, it's relatable. It reminds us of childhood. It's just, it's good. Don't talk shit, okay? And Dolly Parton is like the biggest ally ever. Now, Pitbull, you know, he's a man and he's, you know, he sings about women. He says Dolly and he says mommy, but I've never really heard him say anything derogatory or negative to that degree. You know?
No, I haven't either. I don't think it takes anything away from the song. I think it's great. It's a great collab.
Yeah.
Talk about intergenerational collaboration.
Right?
Ooh.
Look at you.
Look at those
bringing
big
that in there.
words.
Look at Now spell that, Faye. No, I'm good. No, I can't spell. But but you're right. I didn't even think about that. Think about the Dolly Parton people, you know, and think about the Pitbull people. And now Pitbull's, you know, around our age. So it's not even like, you know, he's a youngin' anymore, but it's like, you know, it's like, man, okay, just don't collab with Elvis and we're fine.
Exactly.
Because then that's
just too weird.
That's just too much.
That's true.
Okay, there you go. Next, gather around for a fierce Kiki featuring Drag Race royalty Trinity The Tuck and the Queen of Pop herself, Madonna. Trinity recently joined Madonna on stage at the Chase Center in San Francisco for the celebration tour in Live to Tell. Madonna pays tribute to those lost to AIDS. This time, the tribute included Trinity's mom. Born in Birmingham, Alabama, Trinity tragically lost their mom to AIDS at just 8 years old. However, their mom's memory lives on, immortalized in Madonna's AIDS memorial section, a touching tribute to those lost to the epidemic. Trinity The Tuck with Madonna. What are we all talking about? Did you see the video?
I missed it.
Oh, but it was like so now Madonna's doing this like at every one of her stops, and I loved that they were able to add Trinity's mom to it, you know, and to have like that representation and that, you know, that and like I read to say that like Madonna mentioned your mom on the celebration tour is like, wow, it's amazing. But talk about Madonna, who's like a staunch advocate of ours. She's always supporting our community. She's such a great part of our community, and the fact that she's doing this for people who have passed away from AIDS. Yeah,
I mean, it's such monumentous. I mean, it's such a you know, you and I talked about this all the time. Is that it's still a problem in our community, and the fact that we have a celebrity like Madonna still recognizing people who have passed away and saying their names during a performance, that's huge.
What did you think about, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, that we talked about Luther Vandross and his people being upset about Madonna actually saying his name during the memorial at whatever city they were at then?
Yeah, I never think it's important. I never think it's appropriate to out anybody.
Yeah.
That was not public knowledge, that if he did or not, that was not what we've known, and I don't think it's appropriate. And
I understand the family saying that, like, you know, I mean, it's for them to release that kind of information.
Right. And I think if I remember when Luther died, like he had a stroke and then he was like in a coma. So to then say that. You know, it's very tough for some people to swallow.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a matter that the family should, you know, have discretion over whether somebody publicly announces whether a person did or not, and that's what they died from.
Yeah.
And so
they had all the right to do that.
Yeah.
I appreciate, like Ed said, I appreciate what Madonna was trying to do and spotlighting and, you know, end the stigma. So, I mean, her doing her part, but, you know, but also you're not going to out somebody in any way, and that's never right.
But, you know, sometimes things slip too. You know, it is Madonna, who's like such a great icon, such a ally, and just such a very supportive person. And it just could have slipped, quite frankly.
Yeah, I also don't see it being done like in a negative
malicious
way.
No, that's not her though, right?
Yeah.
Now, if it was her talking about RuPaul, that is
different, right? Yeah, that was some shit too. So like RuPaul's memoir is coming out, and like supposedly like Madonna like treats him like a piece of crap. Like, you know, this is Ru. We're talking about Madonna. Are you gonna see Madonna this tour?
Yes, I got him.
But you have your ticket, or like you got him?
No, I got him.
Oh my God!
I need to see it.
Like, listen, like I have literally like sold my eggs for one ticket.
How much was it?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
Let me just say that I've never paid this much for a ticket.
I'm dying. I need to go see it.
Yeah, I just don't think that there might be another time for her to do it. You know what I mean? Like, she's been around our whole lives, like, and I can't imagine life without Madonna, you know? And there was a time there where Madonna was weird and she went away and she stopped doing music and we didn't have her as part of our world. And now she's, you know, back in this high degree that I have to go, you know? So my bank account is effed because of it. I'm not taking my wife. I'm literally one ticket. I'm sorry.
That says a lot, right?
But it's Madonna. I wouldn't do that for anybody else.
Yeah.
It's freaking Madonna. Like, there's going to be people who saw Madonna on her last tour and the people who didn't. And I don't want to be the person who did it. Oh my God, just include me. All right, I'm fine. Okay. Next. Are you going to therapize me?
A little bit later.
All right. Got it. Next, before the release of RuPaul's memoir, The House of Hidden Meaning, this month the legendary drag icon opened up about his concerns regarding the world's trajectory in a candid chat with journalist Ronan Farrow. Expressing fear of an impending civil war, Ru revealed plans for a fortified compound on his Wyoming ranch with husband Georges Labar. However, not everyone was sipping the tea quietly. Lady Bunny, Ru's longtime friend, slammed him for his involvement in fracking while preaching about climate change. Bunny's social media post on RuPaul's hypocrisy is gaining huge traction on Instagram. Lady Bunny says RuPaul is destroying the planet. What are we all talking about? I had no idea that RuPaul and his husband owned that much land in Wyoming and that they were fracking like that.
Huge. This has been a problem for RuPaul, like, for a long time now. And fracking, you know, has a detriment to our environment. You know, it causes all types of problems with groundwater and stuff like that. And so...
why fracking? So fracking is what? Forced cracking of...
into the ground, and then it allows for drilling for oil.
Okay.
And so that's how people make a lot of money.
And then that can cause things like little earthquakes and stuff like that, right?
Right. And it deteriorates the runoff water from the ground.
Okay.
So it destroys the local community's water supplies. And so the local communities often are the ones that suffer the most from, you know, fracking.
Wow. No, so I had no idea that Ru was a part of it. Or better yet, not even better yet, it's his husband who that got passed down to him, or he got that in some inheritance of some sort.
Yeah.
So it's not, it's still Ru's because it's Ru's husband, right?
Yeah, so I think the challenge here is, I love Ru. Everybody loves Ru, of course, but like, you can't preach about climate change on one hand and then going off of fracking on the other hand. That's very tough. That's very tough to reconcile.
But Ed, aren't we all guilty of that? Like we all, we try to like recycle and do all that kind of stuff, but then it's like, styrofoam's on sale. Shit's expensive.
That's true. Yeah, that's to an extent, right? But like, do we do anything that will potentially cause an earthquake in the community?
No, we don't,
or destroy, the runoff water?
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't
That's
do
really
that.
Tough.
That's
very tough.
And look at Lady Bunny. Like Lady Bunny is Ru's longtime friend, and she's like, bitch, I'm calling you out.
I'm checking you, bitch. Like, what are you doing?
And on IG.
On. What? Let's go. Like, stop doing this shit.
Where's Al Gore in all this? Shouldn't he be like,
I forgot about Al Gore.
How could you forget about him?
Al Gore.
Can you, do you remember way back when he was the only one screaming about this, and everybody was just looking at him like he was crazy, Ed?
Yeah, and look at it. Yeah, I mean, it's real. Climate change is real.
I mean, listen, we live in South Florida, right? And just a few months ago, it was 40 degrees. Okay, take that in. Most people here are not ready. They can't deal with anything under 70 degrees.
Right.
Okay, so take that in. Like, that is global warming.
And think about this year in comparison to last year. I remember this year we never had any rain until like April, maybe May or June or something like that.
Yeah, for spring.
For spring. Now we have rain all year long. Now.
Yes,
it's kind of crazy.
Yes.
It's real.
And that's global warming.
That's global warming.
Or you go up to New York and it's 50 degrees.
Listen, I'm like,
in the winter.
My sister was outside one day, like with a tank top on. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, no, it's like 60 degrees here. She's like, I'm out running with the kids. I'm like, what? 60 degrees in New York?
Yeah.
I'm so used to it being like below like 2 degrees, freezing.
But again, that's climate change.
That's climate change.
So do you think that Ru has to or should donate a shit ton of money to someone? Or, I mean, because he's having they'll do RuPaul's Drag Race shows, and they'll be like, okay, we're going to do this for climate change. We're going to do to support this. But then not behind closed doors because it's public knowledge.
That's right. I think a couple of things, right? I think Ru should think about the local community that he and his husband is impacting, and think about setting up a foundation where the foundation supports, clean water in the local community, and it's a rainy day fund just in case an earthquake does happen, small, and that it impacts people locally, right? Like small earthquakes can have settlement to your ground, and it could uproot your foundation.
Yeah.
So that fund could be able to support that local community if things like that should happen. And then I think on a global scale, there should be more resources. I mean, they're making a shitload of money with all the land that they have and all the fracking that they're doing. Then they should donate to global organizations that are fighting climate change, right?
Yeah.
And saying, yes, we're a part of it, but at the same token, on the other hand, we believe in supporting climate change, right? And supporting the world preparing for how our climate's changing. And then I think, moreover, that continue to support LGBTQ causes.
Yeah.
Give more money to local organizations.
You've got it.
Listen, more money to local organizations doing God's work, right?
Seriously.
Community work.
Yeah, doing God's work. You heard that? God. Big G-O-D. That's
G-O-D.
dog backwards,
That's
just so
right.
you know, okay? And he doesn't have 1 acre. He has 660 acres, okay? It's like
That's a ton of land.
a lot, okay? Unfortunately, it's hard to look at RuPaul the same way after knowing this story. Am I still watching Drag Race? Hell to the yeah, okay? Top 5, bitches, top 5.
Am I gonna read the book? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But
Of course I am.
But still, I mean, I think it's always important that we be able to love someone, but still hold them to high regard and have some criticism to them.
Yeah.
I did it to Obama. I'm a political scientist as well as a therapist, and I was a faculty member when Obama was president, and there was an issue at the border, and I wrote this Huffington Post article criticizing the guy that I worked on his campaign, right?
And that you loved.
that I loved. So I think we should be able to do that to people like Ru as well. We should love them, appreciate them, watch everything, read everything, but hold them to high regard and criticize them when we need to hold them accountable.
Hold them to high regard. I think that's it. They are responsible for that. It's true. We give them all the love and luster because we believe in them. We also expect them to do the right thing.
Absolutely.
Finally, Kangaroo Time has sashayed its way to victory. In a Eurovision-like showdown, queer behavioral ecologist Welton Menario Costa snatched the top prize at the Dance Your PhD competition. I can't believe you weren't in this, Edward. His thesis research on eastern gray kangaroos proved that science can be fabulous and fierce. Costa's vibrant video showcased the marsupials' unique personalities and social dynamics, proving that diversity isn't just a human concept, it's natural. Sponsored by Science Magazine, this contest brings together scientists from all fields. So next time you're pondering the mysteries of the universe, add a little shimmy. It might just win you a spot in science history. Watch this.
I'm gonna share with you. I'm gonna share with you. I'm gonna share with you. Hope you don't mind. Some things I learned from my kangaroo time. I'm gonna share with you. Hope you don't mind. Some things I learned from my kangaroo time.
Drag queens twerking equals kangaroos, of course. What are we all talking about? I love how, when you can incorporate something like science and music together, it will get the attention of somebody that probably wouldn't be into science. I know you are. I know you're a nerd, and I love it. And I call you a nerd nicely, okay? Because I think nerds are sexy. My wife is a nerd.
Yeah, she is. I love your wife. She's fantastic.
She's a nerd.
She's a nerd.
Hashtag nerd. But it's sexy, So again, if she's going to tell me something about the, something medical, I go, okay, can you make it like sexy? Or like, can you tell me with your shirt off? Right? Because it's like, it doesn't register to me, it doesn't register to me. You're a science guy. You're a doctor. I mean, you should, have you ever joined like a competition like this or anything like that?
No, I would love to. Oh my God. I need to do something like that, but I haven't. Not yet. One day.
You should.
One day. But I think, I love this research, right? Like it's trying to think about different relationships. So relationships between drag queens, movement. I think it's movement, then the science of animals. I love just innovative things like this, like sort of geeky things that normally traditional people wouldn't do, I mean, I know it's pretty interesting actually.
Yeah, but that's
very
also
different.
But I think that's how you get people's attention on certain things. Like I love kangaroos, and I would have never associated a drag queen and twerking to kangaroos. But now the movement.
Yeah, it's the movement.
And have you ever seen a drag queen move? I mean, that's how.
And it's to get your attention, and I think it's like. The big thing for any researcher is about building new knowledge. And it's about just exploring different relationships between 2 and 3 items or people or subjects. And so I think that this is just an opportunity to build new knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. And incorporate drag queens anywhere you go. I mean, come on. And twerking.
Yeah.
Can you twerk?
I can't twerk. I mean, I can't twerk.
Yes, you can. No, sir. I'm not going to ask you to twerk right here in bed, even though I would, but I'm not. Okay?
I'm not good at that. The one thing I'm good at is just working out and taking my shirt off.
Oh, well, you can take your shirt off now. Yeah!
I can barely get it off, I think.
Oh, wow. Well, because it's so, yes, it's so tight. Look at that. Pam. So there's something wrong with my body, right? I can't squat.
Well, you can't squat.
I can't squat. I can squat against a wall. Right? And I can use that as to go down. But for whatever reason, I can't squat. And I think that squatting is a necessity to twerking. Yeah. It just goes together.
So my ex, Justin, I couldn't squat neither before. And he spent hours with me at the gym, teaching me how to squat. So I do think it's a necessity. So I think we have to work on that when we go to the gym together. We can do 10 minutes together, and we can learn how to squat together.
Yeah, right.
And then we get twerk.
Your ex-boyfriend took you to the gym to learn how to squat, or you squatting on him? Okay. But that might be a way for me to learn. But that might be a way for me to learn. Teresa, you see? That's how I need to learn how to squat. Like that. Yeah. That's a good idea. But now I'm just imagining you and your ex squatting at the gym together.
It was hot. And beautiful thoroughbred from Indiana, was buff.
Anyway.
Next subject.
Just imagine it. The FayWhat show is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America, and Hotspots magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 40 years. And Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. Next, did you hear that Hotspots Magazine Happening Out Television Network launched a new television show on Friday? The W Boys from WeHo to Wilton is the new entertainment show starring WeHo's Eric Restivo and Wilton's John Hayden. Gossip, film, TV, Broadway are all on the table. It premiered Friday. Watch this. The W Boys. I can't wait. I gotta go watch it. They're gonna kill me that I haven't seen it yet. But I love Eric and I love John, and like, you know, it's all about like learning about WeHo that I love. I love West Hollywood. Did you like ever party there?
Oh God.
Too much, right?
Way back in the day when I was drinking, it was a lot. I had a job where I worked at a university called Marist College in Poughkeepsie, New York, and my territory, I did some recruiting. I built the program for inner city kids, and so my territory was LA. But I would stay in WeHo, and I was out there like, I don't know, 6-7 times a year.
What? Oh
so I would go do my job, of course, and then
go crazy and party. Oh my God, WeHo's.
Yes.
The stories. I used to go to this place called Motherlode.
Ooh.
Oh, and it was grimy and dirty and it stank. Ooh. I loved it.
Those are the best.
I loved every second of it. Yes. And so now Eric and John are going to bring us this. You know, I can't wait to see like their two worlds kind of freaking collide because they couldn't be more different. Like
way different.
Eric is like flamboyant and fun, and like he's got those great lips, and he just like loves to party, and he's a great DJ, and he works for Dance Moms, and he just like has like this really cool, vibrant background. And then you've got John, who is like a journalist and like worked for Channel 7 and worked for Deco Drive and has been like journalisting forever, and like, you know, lives in Wilton with his 2 pets and like is single, and like, you know, like if you see him, you're like, is he in a bad mood or is he in a good mood? You can't really tell.
You never know.
You never know. He's in a good mood. His face just looks that way, you know?
That's the bitch face, you know?
He invented that RBC face. And like, so I look forward to seeing them on camera and seeing like how they do, because I've seen them just hang out here and mess with each other. I can only imagine how they're going to do it on screen.
I love it. Like you said, polar opposites come together. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
And Eric's personality is amazing. I mean, he's a great DJ. You know, he's always at the Ramrod or in other places in Wilton. He's just brought some different energy to Wilton Manors. I love him. And then John, of course, he's a good guy. So,
when's the last time you were at Ramrod, my friend?
I have not been. But I know Eric's there because he always talks about it with me.
Okay,
so
well,
we always
you need to go because he's there like every other Thursday or something like that. And Ramrod, if you've been, okay, have you been before they cleaned up the pool table or after? It all depends. Because it's still way fun. It's just a little cleaner.
Well, let's say the last time I've been at Ramrod, it was like a while ago.
Okay.
I'm single, so it's okay.
No, so of course it was okay. I love Ramrod. I love everybody up there.
Yeah.
Watch the WeHo, watch the W Boys. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. So next, let's look at our week, Mr. Summers. What are you doing this coming up, the end of the month? April's right around the corner. This is the last week of March. What's going on at Pridelines?
So the big thing that we have coming up is April 6th. We are partnering with Out My Closet, not to be confused with Out of My Closet, but Out My Closet is a small nonprofit organization that focuses on giving clothing and accessories to our community.
I love it.
And so we're going to have a big open house at April 6th at our new Liberty City Center. We're going to be doing testing. We're going to invite the local community in room, and we're going to have food. We're going to do it's a week before Miami Beach's Pride.
Okay.
So we're basically going to give out clothing and get people prepared for Pride. And so we want people to come and pick out their Pride outfits. And Out My Closet does a fantastic job. They're based here.
Who's the gentleman who does Out My Closet? Mikey. Okay, I met Mikey at TransCon.
Yeah.
He had a pop-up and he said they've been doing that.
Oh, they've been doing it in New York and down here. And it's such an amazing project. And we love working with them. We've worked with them in the past. And we're very excited because he really does it up. Like with the accessories, they go like matching the clothes and the shoes and sneakers and stuff. So I'm very, very excited. And everything's free.
Oh my
It's
God.
for our community too.
I love that.
And like, what's exciting about this is Pride is the next week, so it's like get your Pride gear.
Yes,
Like,
get your pride gear
get your
and
pride
look,
gear
and look
get ready.
fierce and
Yes,
get ready to be
yes.
fabulous, you know?
And it's going to be a great day. We have, City of Miami Police Department that's partnering with us. They'll be there. We have Vanessa, who's on, she's our local office. She's our local lesbian who I love. She loves Pridelines. She always comes to us to support and stuff like that. And so it's going to be such a big community day, April 6th at
I love that.
Pridelines. So from 11 to like 4. And we're excited about it.
I love that. And Out My Closet, look them up, follow them on social media as well. Whenever they do their events, you're like in a prestigious boutique. Like, it's not like they're there giving out clothes like that, right? It's not even like that. It's like the accessories, the shoes, everything is so beautifully placed. And like, these boys are just so adorable. And they're like, oh, this looks good on you. This will look good with this. Like, they're so helpful to make sure that you are looking your best for whatever it is. Pride, an interview, whatever you've got going on. Maybe you've got a first date that you want to be all cute for, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what Mikey and them wanted to do from inception, was just help the community this way. You know?
And shop in have that shopping experience that you feel like you're in Saks Fifth Avenue.
Yes.
And literally the team and I have been working with Mikey, and he's like, all right, show me the room, show me videos. Like, we could do that. Like, he literally is really committed to the experience because that changes the mentality.
It does.
And so
it does. It makes you feel enough, Edward.
Yeah, absolutely.
When do we get to go to Neiman Marcus? When does my trans sister get to go into Neiman Marcus and freaking get and pick out some stuff and not have to worry about what it's going to cost, or have someone looking at you freaking messed up or thinking you're going to steal? I mean, these are the experiences that our community deals with on a daily,
Absolutely.
I love that. Thank you for doing
I'm
that.
excited. Yeah.
Follow Pridelines, okay? Thank you, Edward Summers, for being in bed with me today. You know that I adore you. Mwah. And follow Edward and follow Pridelines to find out everything that's going on, because there's always something incredible going on. And they still got their RuPaul watch parties.
Yes, at Bill and Theater Fridays.
So make sure you go join them, all right? All right. I love you, Edward.
We love you too.
Thank you for being you.
My pleasure.
Did you know that the Happening Out Television Network studios are located at Sunshine Cathedral Square, which also houses Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church located in Fort Lauderdale? We broadcast their Sunday service every week at 10:30 a.m. We bring you interesting interviews from amazing people like the superstar LGBTQ ally, Belinda Carlile. I talked to her at the Harvey Milk Foundation Diversity Honors, and she proves that heaven is a place on earth. She was perfect for Women's History Month. Watch this.
I'm here with Belinda Carlile. Can you believe that? Oh my God, and you're like more beautiful in person, Belinda. I am not nice. I am not nice. If you did not look that way, I would not tell you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thanks.
So happy International Women's Day. That was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And happy Women's History Month.
Yes,
you know?
it is.
What women inspire you, Belinda?
Oh gosh. I just finished a Martha Gellhorn book.
Ooh.
I was a female war correspondent.
I love that.
I love my godmother, or my husband's godmother, Leslie Blanche, was a novelist. I like smart women.
Ah, yes, yes. You know, I think smart women, like my wife is super smart. She's got a ton of degrees, and I think that makes them even hotter.
Yeah,
you know?
I think so too.
Belinda, you're like an incredible, incredible ally for our LGBTQ plus community. So on behalf of all the lesbians Thank you for being so hot. How does it feel to be a lesbian heartthrob? Like, I know lesbians that still have your picture on their walls.
I love it. Of course. You're kidding? Of course. I love it.
So we're here at Diversity Honors, and you're getting the Harvey Milk Award.
Right.
Huge, named after such an icon, legendary activist and advocate who fought for our rights. And you're getting that award. How does that wash over you today, Belinda?
Oh, I hope I don't want to get emotional, but I got very emotional when I got the email about it, and about how being an ally for so many years and the work that I've done. But it's never been like an effort or work. It's just been part of my life.
I love that.
Since I was a teenager, my friends have been lesbian or gay, and I never even thought twice about jumping in and helping when, there's help needed.
Yeah, and then that's exactly what you're doing, and we say thank you. Thank you for all of that. Like, that's just incredible. I was watching your post today. Can you believe that it's 15 years since you were on Dancing with the Stars? And you still have the calves.
I lost my knee, though. I'm getting a knee replacement in May.
See, you heard it here first.
Partly because of that, probably. It seems like yesterday. It's one of those memories. It's one of the things it's not a regret, but I knew when I said yes to it that it was a mistake.
You really think it was a mistake because it was hard on your body?
No, I didn't. I didn't like the pressure.
Okay.
When you're at the top of the stairs and you walk down to the music.
Yes.
I just wanted to throw.
Did you feel it like in your gut?
Yes,
like right
I wanted
there?
to throw up every night. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It was so scary.
But that also keeps you thin. You throw up every night. That's okay too.
That's true. That is true. That's true.
Aren't you touring this year also?
I did. I just got off tour in the UK, and then I have after my surgery and recovery, I have a tour in Australia. Yeah.
I love that. Well, I know that your fans are super excited to see it. Your fans here are super excited to see you here. What are you going to say in your speech? Do you know?
Thank you. I have a little something to say, but basically it's humbling being here and getting this kind of honor, that's named after Harvey Milk. I mean, it's a humbling experience. So, but I'm grateful. What can I say?
Well, and we're grateful for you. We're here in Florida where we've got just a governor that wants many LGBTQ people to stop breathing and to not have voices. So it's so important for someone like you to come and support us because you don't have to, Belinda.
Yeah. Well, I think if you have a voice, I think in these times in the world, that I think it's important to use it. So
I love it. I love it. You know that there's a gentleman called Benedict Cork. He's out of the UK and he's doing Heaven on Earth. He's doing your cover and selling out stadiums.
Yeah, no, I saw it.
With your song. Have you seen it?
Yeah, he's amazing.
And he loves you.
Yeah, I saw it and I got chills watching him sing it. Yeah,
I love that.
He's amazing.
Belinda won't let you go. Please have a great evening. Thank you so much for being you.
Thank you.
And congratulations on this well-deserved award. Thank you for being an ally and continue to spread the word. We need like 1 million more of you.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people out there doing good work. So.
Wow. And we need to get that tour in the U.S., Belinda.
I know. After your knee. After
your knee.
Okay.
I'll wheel you out there. Okay. I'll do what I got to do. If you need a lesbian, I will go and help you. Belinda Carlile, everyone. Yes!
Finally this morning, I want to get our week started off by telling you some things that are really important to me. We call it FayWhat! 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 On my mind. It's March, and it's Women's History Month. You know that here at the FayWhat Show, we want to spotlight incredible LGBTQ plus women whose shoulders we truly stand on. Let's tell you about 2 more outstanding women right now. Let's talk about Frances Anderson. Frances Anderson was a trans woman who lived between 1871 and 1928. We know she was a sharpshooting billiard player who accepted any opponent's challenge and demanded her worth in national appearance fees. During the influenza pandemic of 1918, she worked nurse shifts for the Red Cross. Over her storied 40-year career, she amassed an estimated $150,000 in exhibition game earnings. That would be about $2.7 million today, and was often called the world champion women billiards player. Next up, we've got Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday was a bisexual jazz icon and activist. Billie Holiday was known for being out, proud, and dating famous actresses like Tallulah Bankhead. and Greta Garbo throughout her career. Born in 1919 in Philadelphia, Holiday went on to write famous songs such as Strange Fruit, Blue Moon, and Summertime, and garnered international notoriety. Holiday used her music to bring awareness to anti-Black violence and everyday racism with her interpretation of anti-lynching poem. Strange Fruit, named top song of the 20th century by the National Endowment for the Arts. Holiday never shied away from confronting the systems of oppression that directly harmed her communities through her art, making her a lasting figure in music history. Happy Women's History Month. Get educated, share with others, and don't forget the women whose shoulders we stand on today. So that's it. That's the FayWhat Show. I hope that you had fun. Thank you so much to Edward Summers for joining me in bed and the amazing Miss Belinda Carlile for a great interview. How beautiful was she? My God, she looks amazing. Folks, I'm really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. I gotta tell you, it's often hard for us girls. But if we believe that we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q plus. We opened the show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore, and that girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ plus community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and embrace our tremendous diversity because it is what makes us so damn strong. Until then, make sure you follow me on all social media outlets, Facebook, IG, TikTok, YouTube, and follow FayWhat. Since you're always on the go, you can also listen to the FayWhat Show wherever you listen to your podcast. Just search the FayWhat Show. Until next Monday World at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand, I am FayWhat, and I am #ThatGirl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Stay gay.
Rainbows, gay boys, #ThatGirl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, #ThatGirl. Pride-filled, T-Dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
So, did you enjoy the show? I know you did. So make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any of the events, news, or interviews right here on the FayWhat Show. Ring the bell at the bottom of the screen, right there, so you'll be alerted every time we're live. You can also click on the Happening Out Television Network logo so you can see all of the shows on the most diverse LGBTQ plus media network. Find out just what we're doing to bring the L and the G together right here on the FayWhat Show. Get the week started with me.